it.
I see you a little more. You kick my horse? What's going on back here, brother? Dang.
Adam Schefter, you didn't dress up?
You know, you guys aren't the only one that can do that, too. You
Go
gotta
ahead.
dress up, right?
Shefty!
Got a little tatted up for today, guys.
My mic pack fell. That's how exciting that was.
Hold on. Tremendous.
That is incredible.
That's how you start a show.
That's called a reveal.
All right, wrap it up. Your day's over. How can it get better than that?
Yeah, the show can only go down.
Unbelievable. Hey, Shefty, I didn't know like that in the gym. Yeah.
I'm appalled by how good that looks.
I for a second was like, wait.
Dog.
Could you imagine if Schefter was been like that? He's just been tatted to the gills his whole life.
I was in the parlor all last night.
Yeah.
It's at the parlor. All right, I am Peter Schrager. I'm in for Greeny. Greeny's missing all the fun. Welcome to Get Up, presented by Oral-B IO Electric Toothbrush. That's unreal. And with all that, let's make some opening statements as Week 11 kicks off. Adam, why don't you start us off?
You know, Peter, we usually get coach hunting season right around Thanksgiving. Hunting season started early this year. Brian Daboll this week, Brian Callahan earlier in the year. Now you're starting to hear this talk out of Green Bay about Matt LaFleur. You're hearing about other coaches under pressure. And the coaches that don't produce now, obviously, you're going to have a lot of questions raised, but hunting season, like everything in the NFL, is already underway, starting earlier than expected.
I'm having a hard time taking you seriously with the tattoos, but it's great. It's still great take. Good content.
Earlier than expected.
Dan, what do you got?
The Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen are just trending in a dangerous direction right now. This is a team that has lost 2 games this year that were by surprise, both New England and the Miami Dolphins. Last week, probably the most shocking loss for Buffalo in years. They have Tampa this weekend. Tampa's a very good football team. This is a game and a team that if they lose, we're going to start asking the question of, is this team in danger of missing the playoffs in a year where many thought it was a legit Super Bowl run?
Hawk, give us one.
Yeah, the season decider for the Kansas City Chiefs is this weekend against the Broncos for them. Like, if they lose this game, it could get ugly. They still have to play the Broncos again. They still have to play the Chargers again. They still have to play the Colts. They still have to play the Texans. So this is a huge week for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. Taylor,
yes,
what
sir.
do you got?
Well, that's a lot of football they have to play right there. I have a statement, and my statement is this. The winner between the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks will be the representative of the NFC
Okay, now that's
in
the
the Super Bowl this year. Both quarterbacks playing outstanding. One has been underrated his entire career. The other one is trying to get the bust, smell off of him. We got top 5 receiver, top 10 defense, top 5 offenses on both teams. This game is going to be incredible.
I like that one.
Will Compton, take us home.
Huge game this weekend. Detroit going out to Philadelphia. This is a Dan Campbell. Take him to the deep, dark abyss. The Lions can beat you in a multitude of ways offensively through the run game. One of the best play-action teams in the NFL. I got the Detroit Lions whooping the Philadelphia Eagles by double digits.
Put a whooping.
Put a whooping on them.
Wow.
Billy
It's busy in Philly today.
Corporate Willie, shout out Solitaire.
Corporate Willie, shout out Solitaire, Dan. Stop that, okay? Thinking on the Eagles. A.J. Brown is venting about his role in the offense. Yesterday, video surfaced of Brown appearing with streamer Janky Rondo. Rondo reference. At one point, the gamer asked Brown if everything was going well. He responded with the quote, "I mean, no. Where have you been? Family is good. Everything else is good. It's a bleep show." Well, take a listen.
In that moment where I'm just talking to my friend, having fun with my friend, I'm not apologizing for that. Like I said, because if you have eyes, you can see that. And so, it's not that I was throwing anybody on the bus. I'm literally trying to laugh through this. This tough. But I'm trying to make fun of the situation and to try to get through it. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's not about we're not winning or I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No. It's been week after week sometimes we're not contributing. We're not doing our job on offense. So you can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over that and you expect to win late in the year and you think you're going to go to it at the end of the year. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And last year what it was, thank you for the ring, but it's a new season. They adapted. We have to adapt, and we have to continue to, get better and try to find new ways.
All right, Andrew Hawkins, you're our resident wide receiver on set. Do the Eagles have an A.J. Brown problem?
Absolutely not. You don't want your leaders thinking that way? That you don't want to put a Band-Aid on something just because it's working now, but there's issues. You don't want it to be as best as it could be? That should be what you want out of a leader. Is that not the case?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I think about it
I would say
differently.
as long as he's doing that privately with the team as well, on top of publicly. Just because if you're going to be the guy that's giving sound bites each and every week and it's public and everybody's having to answer at these pressers for a lot of the things that feels like is going on internally, if you're A.J. Brown, a captain of the football team and a leader in the locker room, if you feel that way and you're saying that publicly on why you're frustrated, I'm hoping you're pressing the team and challenging the team internally as well. Because then when they hear it echoed publicly, they know nothing's really – this is just our leader speaking on everything he's told us.
Yeah. The thing that he said is true. Like, the way they're playing on offense is not sustainable in order to win another Super Bowl. That is absolutely true. I agree with what you said. Like, if you're AJ and you're a captain, that has to be a conversation that takes place privately, and then if it keeps going a certain way, then it can go public. My problem with this is you have so many stars on that team. You have Smith, you have Saquon, Goddard, and, I mean, nobody has the numbers they want this year. And A.J. just seems the one we happen to be seeing this desk every single week and talking about. I like my wide receiver to have a little diva in them. I like them to be like, hey, I need the ball a little bit. I like that. But at some point, especially we're getting in the middle of November, December, it's like, the biggest thing is winning. And at the end of the day, at all costs, if your score is just a little bit higher than the other, that's really all that matters.
We have what might be the best weekend of the NFL season upon us. The best slate of games. We got the Rams and the Seahawks. We got the Buccaneers and the Bills. We got the Eagles and the Lions. We've got MVP candidates in this league. Matthew Stafford, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Patrick Mahomes. And yet, somehow, A.J. Brown, who's a great receiver, who had 2 catches for 13 yards on Monday night, he's morphed into the individual version of the Dallas Cowboys, where somehow we're leading the show with A.J. Brown every single week. How did that happen?
It's called chess.
Because A.J. Brown should never have 2 catches for 13 yards in any NFL game.
I totally disagree with that. Like, first of all, Green Bay defensively gives up the least amount of big plays in football, by far. So, like, having a reaction to Philly's pass game or explosive pass game or AJ's production coming off of that game is silly. I'd be surprised if AJ doesn't have 6, 7, 8 catches this week against Detroit, who's going to play it very differently. This is why 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I was like, AJ's going to want to get traded. And everyone lost their mind. It's obvious AJ doesn't want to be there right now, okay? That doesn't mean that they can't win the Super Bowl. It doesn't mean that A.J. Brown's still not going to be a massive part of them trying to get back. But the reality is this. A.J.'s getting the ball thrown to him at the same rate as he was last year. Same rate. It's just not happening at the same level.
But he wasn't on with Jenky Rondo last year.
But because last year this offense was unstoppable. They were doing whatever they wanted all the time. They were breaking historical records in the run game. So it wasn't this conversation. If Jalen Hurts said this, would anyone be making a big deal out of it?
No.
Why? Because he's the quarterback? Because Jalen's allowed to tell
I don't mind the locker
AJ?
room. It's more the going on the Twitch stream the night after the game when.
But we can make that a big deal or we can't. AJ Brown was on Twitch stream and guys, he told the truth. The offense hasn't been dominant this year.
No.
It's been good enough. Is it good enough to beat the Rams when it's win or go home? No.
No.
Is it good enough to beat Seattle when it's win or go home? No. You guys are right. He's telling the truth. It's good enough in October and November. It's not going to be good enough in November, December, January.
But what's confusing and surprising, too, is this team has won so many games, but at the same time feels so dysfunctional at the same time. With all these bites that come out each and every week.
Well, dysfunctional in what regard? And is the dysfunction leading to losses?
It hasn't yet. It hasn't yet. Offense has been inconsistent. They have not. They've lost twice. They're one of the best teams in the NFL, but it hasn't yet. But there's still this feeling. So I'll give you an example. There's this. Have you read the book 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership? There's a law in there. It's called Law of the Inner Circle. Stick with me here. Yep. Your team is either going to be your greatest asset or your greatest liability. And I'll give you a couple examples. The Chiefs last year, when they're winning these one-score games, or the question marks that they've had with injuries, they're 5-4 right now, but it's always this team that can come back into the fold at any moment because this is a team culturally and leadership-wise that can recenter every week. Lions, too, the play color changed last week. That wasn't a massive story. They took an ass whooping in week 1 against the Packers, and there was a lot of questions coming out after week 1, but it's a football team that can recenter and show their identity because their team, everybody in that building is their greatest asset, where it feels like the Eagles, at times with the locker room and the players, it feels like there's a liability waiting to happen,
I feel like the opposite. Has this organization and this coach and quarterback not proven to us that they can handle it? They can't handle all the noise and all the distraction?
They have proven it, but that's kind of A.J. Brown's point. It's like it shouldn't be every time we're in dire constraints, we have to pull this thing up. Like, we have to get this consistently where that it's flowing the whole way through. Because when you play the good teams, you're not going to be able to just turn that on. For A.J. Brown, to your point about how he played last year or how many times he was targeted, this is a guy that was on track for a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
And that is not the trajectory he's on. And I'm going to pull a graphic here because this is why he would be upset. Okay? Where A.J. Brown sits receiving-wise in the league versus where Andrew Hawkins sat in 2014. I want you to, like, seriously, we were talking about the level, and it's not about just being individual, like, oh, he's not this, he's not that. What it is this is an asset that does make your team better.
I think we see it the same way. I think we're sitting there saying, this is a guy that is highly successful, highly competitive, and he wants both of it.
We're all agreeing. We're talking very loud.
Taylor, you played.
And he has a suit on. So he's bringing his A-game debate.
I want to get inside.
He's reading all of a
You read this book.
He hasn't read in 20 years. He put the suit on, and all of a sudden he's quoting.
Well, hold on, Hawk, hold on. Both of you have changed your outfits and completely changed your actions. You've had a very Will Compton morning. Sarcastic getting there, or we do and you
talk louder.
This dude's quoting books and all that.
There's nothing like leadership lessons from Willie C.
No doubt about it. And I'll tell you what, the boy does digest some books. When it comes to AJ, like playing with AJ, like he is a very competitive individual. He's coaching the process, not the result. Last year they had the result, but they also had the productivity from the running back and from the receivers. I think we all see what he sees, and it's like you're the Titanic and you're headed towards the iceberg right now. How do we divert and keep moving?
Yeah, love it.
Good conversation coming up.